Welcome back to the special Friday edition of the New York Sports Exchange, episode number 162. Full baseball season of episodes for us. Another milestone. Let's clap it
Another
up.
landmark.
Another milestone, another landmark.
Raise the
162
banner.
episodes. Raise the banner.
Regular season champions.
Yes. Oh, that's low. That's low. That's a low blow.
I had to.
And we got the national championship coming up on Monday. We have divisional round starting tomorrow. Wild card weekend recap, divisional round preview, national championship preview. Some breaking news in baseball as we have hit record. Roki Sasaki, to no one's surprise, is a Los Angeles Dodger.
So annoying.
Pete Alonso.
This is annoying too.
It seems like it's written in the stars that he is no longer going to be a New York Met.
Get a better agent, please.
Signing elsewhere. Scott Boras strikes again.
Another masterclass. Fuck him.
We talked NBA last episode. You know what that means. We're talking NHL this episode. The Rangers find themselves on a little bit of a hot streak. Oh,
Yep,
yeah.
at the right time.
Like, a part of me thinks that, here's the thing with the Rangers was a part of me was like, can we just not do this? Because I know if they just make the playoffs, it's gonna be they are. I'll give them
lose to Carolina in the first round. Yeah, welcome to my world. Welcome to my world.
If they make the playoffs, they'll get knocked out round one, round two if they're lucky. If they're really lucky, they get knocked out round two. But I just don't see it. Then they win a couple games, and then I'm like, all right, you know what? Let's do this.
It's like reeling in a fish, Dan. They're reeling you in right now.
All indicators are telling me that Chris Drury is going to sell the deadline, especially with that Brooksy article. But I'm still
you're going to buy.
I think we're going to buy.
Of course you're going to buy. And the Isles are going to buy, even though they have no business buying, and they're playing horrible, horrible hockey right now. So
we will take a trip around the league. Just smile. Just smile, Tim. Smile for the camera. Yep, there we go. Sorry, I just had to take that picture. So yeah, start with football. Should we dive into the NFL first?
Yeah, why not?
Wild card weekend recap. Let's
start. Goddamn Chargers, Stan. We were wrong. They do it every time.
Here's the thing with the chart, and I said this on the episode last week. I said that in order for the Houston Texans to win this football game, they need their playmakers to make plays. They need, outside of Nico Collins and Joe Mixon, they got theirs. CJ Stroud, that version of CJ Stroud that we saw.
That we remember.
Was the CJ Stroud that we saw at Ohio State and his rookie year last year. And we didn't really see that much of that version of CJ Stroud at all this year. And I was kind of wanting to be like, all right, there he is. There's CJ.
Yeah.
There's our guy.
Welcome back.
Stroud boys are back. We're all the way up, baby. I mean, what it means for the Texans, that defense just came up big again.
They're not winning.
I don't think they're winning either, but it was just nice that Will Anderson is good for them. On the Chargers side of things, you need someone else outside of Ladd McConkey to go off.
And Herbert, you know what? Herbert, people say he played a bad game. I don't think he played terrible. I really don't think he played that bad.
They were in control that whole first quarter.
Yeah. That was bad.
They were in control.
But they just couldn't score. That's it.
You just can't score. That's just what it is. And I know that it's a very reactionary league where it's you see a quarterback playing bad and you tend to have some reactions, and there will be a reaction about
Herbert's a stud, all right?
About a soon-to-be free agent quarterback. But anyway, but I don't know. I think that the Chargers are sort of trending in the right direction right now.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, but we've been saying this for years. I mean, they've had the weapons, they've had all this. It hasn't been put together. They're in limbo right now. They got to draft someone.
But one thing that they never had.
Yeah, that's right.
The coaching.
Yes, you're right.
They never had the coaching. Even when they made the playoffs with Staley a couple years ago, you're like, I don't really see much happening here.
Because the defense was awful.
Then they went up 24-0, and it was like, oh shit, okay, maybe the Chargers are for real. And then they lost that game to Jacksonville. But
horrible play calling. I mean, that was just
Yeah,
we don't need to get to that game. That was just a brutal game, but
passes in the past. But I think that they have something building there right now,
no,
and I
they
think that
do.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Los Angeles Chargers find their way.
I think they signed like a veteran receiver this offseason.
Who are the wide receiver free agents?
I have no idea.
This is conversations like these make me wish that we had. Tim, this is not going to be. In order to make room for the pool bonus, like the international money.
Yeah.
The Phillies are giving the Dodgers cash for a prospect.
So yeah, all this deferred money they're just getting from other teams. It's so stupid.
I don't think people understand that. Like, I don't think like Roki's going to be on the opening day roster.
No, he's like a 60. He's like a number 6 in their. He's like a number 6 in their rotation. I think there's going to be like maybe like every other like start possibly, or start him in the pen.
I think
he's 23, so
it's almost like what they did with Livan and El Duque.
Yeah.
When the Marlins got Livan and when the Yankees got El Duque, I mean, I think El Duque went straight to the majors, but when the Marlins got Livan, it was like they had him start in the minors.
Yeah,
like, I mean, it's not like he's going to go up right away and be like.
He's 23 years old. Like he's 23. Yeah. He's got a lot of time to grow. So yeah,
he's still pretty young. I don't know. We'll dive more into the Roki Sasaki deal. Let's go to the next game. Ravens take down the Steelers.
Shock.
In a game that should have been. I mean, I had the over.
It was 40. A beast.
It was 44.5. There was 44 points with about just queen.
No, just queen. My fault. Just queen. Just queen. My fault.
Yeah, there it is. What are our thoughts on Mike Tomlin? Because I feel that there was a stat that I saw on Twitter, and this is gonna be you're gonna freaking lose your mind. You're gonna lose your mind. Since Mike Tomlin's last playoff win, this is from Dino Panther on Twitter. Big Pitt Panther guy, has the old logo. I've always advocated for the Pitt Panthers to bring back the old logo because the new logo sucks. But anyway, since Mike Tomlin's last playoff win, Doug Peterson was hired by the Philadelphia Eagles, won a Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles, was fired by the Philadelphia Eagles, was then hired by the Jacksonville Jaguars, won a playoff game with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then was fired by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So
it's been a while.
Sense a theme?
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while since he's last won a playoff game,
but you know what? we could say what we want.
Dude, and also, do you realize this? This I knew this, but it never really hit me until when the Steelers lost. You know this since 1969. The Steelers have had 3 head coaches.
Oh yeah, no, me and my dad were talking about this. Like they signed it for 20 years, and you're just that's the guy.
That did I knew that internally, but it didn't hit me.
No, it's a lot. Yeah, that's
since 1969.
They get their guy.
The Nixon administration.
Yeah. They get their guys and they stick with them. I mean, you can't even be shocked. They didn't know who the starting quarterback was going to be going into the season.
Yeah, you can give it up for him, yeah. But here's the thing: it's the fucking playoffs, and also the thing with the Steelers, it feels like. And there was another stat that I saw, I couldn't find it, but the record, Mike Tomlin's record in the last 5 years after his team clinch a winning record, it's 2-6 1 year,
plays
1-4 the next. It's not a good record.
Yeah, I
just think that honestly, the Steelers are very fortunate that they are in the AFC North because now they can. Because here's the thing: Ravens do good, Bengals do. Last year, that was such an advantage for them because the Ravens made the playoffs, the Browns made the playoffs. Did the Steelers even make the playoffs last year? I don't even think that they did.
I think they were close. They were 500.
They were over 500. That's for sure. But NFL playoffs bracket.
They're getting a third place schedule.
They are getting a third place schedule, which is
it's nice. I think we got to take it with a grain of salt because the fact they made the playoffs, it's great. And I don't think this is Tomlin's fault at all. I mean, the weapons that were surrounding that team were not great.
Oh, they were god awful. Yeah,
they made the most of what they had. The defense obviously
make the
stays
playoffs. They did make the
Of
playoffs
course they
last
did.
year. They played the Bills. That was the game that got rescheduled because of the snow.
Oh yeah. But I
Yeah,
don't
but
blame Tomlin. I don't blame Tomlin. I think the front office got to make some moves. They got to build a more well-structured offense because
and
the weapons
now,
are not there. And
but here's the
uh,
thing: T.J. Watt's in his contract here
oh
next
well,
year.
that's that.
That's got to be priority number one.
I
Like,
think
I'm
you
sorry,
draft a
but it
receiver
has
in the
to be.
first round. I think you take a receiver in the first round. I don't think
Okay.
George Pickens is a number one. Maybe that's just me. I
Oh,
don't know. I really don't know. He doesn't. He
give.
doesn't. He doesn't move me.
It's still too early to tell.
He's a
I
Bob
don't know.
Woods.
If anyway, I have no idea who that is.
Robert Woods.
Rob. I'll take that comparison.
Yeah.
Next game Sunday. The 1:00 will start with the Bills and the Broncos. Domination by the Buffalo
Slaughter.
Bills.
Move on.
Slaughter. If you're a Broncos fan,
Good year.
I will say it was a good year.
They're trending in the right direction.
They are trending in the right direction, and you have a shit ton of cap room to
Mm-hmm.
spend next year.
With a young quarterback still on a rookie contract.
Rising quarterback on a rookie contract.
26-year-old rookie.
Must be nice. It must
Yeah.
be nice just to say that. When we get to the Washington game, I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. But
I understand.
my favorite part of this Buffalo game, and no hate towards the guy, but the Damar Hamlin interception. Did you see that?
No, I turned the game off.
Late in the game, Damar Hamlin got an interception and celebrated as if he just like clinched the game in like it was like a one possession game. I kid you not.
Hey,
He took his helmet. They didn't even flag. This is like how much they feel bad for the guy. He didn't even he took his helmet off. They didn't even flag him for it. He jumps up into the stands. Then you see the replay. And he dropped it. It was an incomplete pass.
Oh my gosh!
Ruled it an incomplete pass, and you see him on the bench with like his jaw is like dropped. You can't like it's like he can't even believe it. Even from the naked eye, I was like, "That's incomplete." And he's like fucking running around celebrating.
I mean, I Sauce Gardner went to Twitter and started thanking God when he had that pick.
It was also on 4th down. So you're celebrating giving your team worse field position.
Yeah, better off that you dropped it. Better that he dropped it.
You dropped it. You're in the red zone.
Idiot.
I don't know. Like I feel like I'm all for like making. Like I feel bad for the guy, but like
that was the only interesting part of the game. The Broncos had a good opening drive, and it was like 44-0. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Dude, when Bo made when he we're Bo. I mean, you've been on the Bo Nix train.
I have. I've been trying to tell you.
After that Cincinnati game, that they ultimately lost, but at the same time, like I was still like walked away. I walked away from that game. Holy shit, Bo Kane, all in on Bo Kane right now.
I don't blame you.
I'm on Bo Kane, baby. Oh shit! I forgot to lock in some of my bets.
What was that?
There's only 2 hockey games on. I've been.
I know. I haven't.
I was just saying.
Let's not get into it.
I mean, I'll send you some.
Please. Please. I'm begging you.
Let's go to the next game. The 4:00 game. The Eagles take down. Who the hell did they play?
That's how forgettable this game was.
Why am I blanking on who they played?
Now I'm blanking.
Oh my god.
Eagles played.
Am I that stupid?
We both are.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. This is embarrassing.
This is really embarrassing. The Packers.
Thank you.
Oh
it was. This is why it was unforgettable. Forgettable as Packers. 3 interceptions by Jordan Love. He played awful. This was an embarrassment. Like that was.
Are you worried about the Eagles' offense?
I don't know. I really don't know.
It's just
they're coming out of the NFC. Rusty. That's what I'm thinking.
I know he was. You think there's
low-key the Rams.
There's one game that I'm like one possible matchup where I'm like praying that does not happen. Like I'm praying. It's Chiefs Eagles.
Yeah, because then we lose either way.
Because here's the predicament that I'm in. My buddy at school is a diehard Bronco fan and all-time Chief hater. Like fucking hates them.
Oh, so you're
Mahomes got hurt in that Tampa Bay game, and you would have thought that like his team won their 3rd consecutive Super Bowl. But I'm telling you, if I like, and I join him in hating the Kansas City Chiefs because
Well,
I
you
fucking hate
can't
it.
if they're playing each other.
If they're playing the Eagles, I gotta fucking root for them, and I don't want to.
Yeah,
Like,
I
I
mean,
don't want to. And
who
it's
do the Eagles?
also
Who do the Eagles have this week?
they have the Rams.
Oh yeah, and then dude, worst case scenario is Eagles Commanders. You got to sit through that.
If I have to sit through that, I'm gonna kill myself.
That might be worst
And
case scenario. One of them's moving on.
let's just get to the Commander game.
Yeah,
right.
wait. Let me start with the Packer game for you. Jordan Love
Yeah.
is ass, ass.
Yeah.
Not a good game.
Not a good game.
Not a good game.
I'm sort of just
3 interceptions, 212 yards. He didn't have a good game. They didn't have a good game.
I don't know what to make of Jordan Love. Like
Neither
that's
do
sort
I.
of like, and
Neither do I.
it's hard, and usually the ultimate sign of like not knowing what to make of the highest paid quarterback in football. That should tell you a lot.
Dak Prescott. Yeah, this is a Dak Prescott question.
Yeah, that's a Dak Prescott.
I don't know. Maybe he is Dak Prescott. I really don't know what he is, but he's
You know what
young.
I think Green Bay needs? I'm telling you right now, they actually need like a formidable receiver.
I know. I know
like,
they do.
They need a formidable receiver because right now, like, and I know Christian Watson was hurt.
Monte come back.
I don't know. What are you giving up for him?
Second round pick, probably.
Damn.
It's definitely like a fourth, but I'm ambitious.
Let's get to this Commanders Bucks game. Oh, also, we need to talk about Mike McCarthy getting fired.
Get out of here, Mike. They mismanaged that one. You might be a Jets hire. I don't know.
I think it goes to the Bears.
Yeah, he could.
I think Mike goes to the Bears. I think that honestly, like that, honestly,
From one problem land to another.
Yeah, but I feel like he would do a good job with Caleb Williams. I think like he knows.
It's hard to do a bad job with him.
It's hard to do. Well,
all right. Well, this year,
bad job.
There you go. I mean, this year, there you go.
He was trying to keep plays alive in like week 13, acting like it was like a game against Utah, a bye game against Utah State.
I mean, it pretty much was. They weren't in for anything.
He was looking for a Heisman moment in like week 14. Like let's all like.
Hey, it's rookie year. Give it a break.
We saw 2 rookies go to the playoffs, man. I don't think there's really. I don't think
there's
there's really any room for error there. Let's just talk about Washington because my takeaway from that game
Giants won't win the division for years.
The New York Giants are nowhere close to even sniffing a division title for the next like 15 years.
Yep.
Because think about it from this way. You see the Eagles. Some are saying that they could be walking out of the NFC, going to New Orleans, representing the NFC in the Super Bowl. With a rookie quarterback, the Washington Commanders. No, Detroit. Come on.
Oh, you're right. Well, yeah. I mean, still banged up on the defensive side of the ball, but
yeah, but Anzalone's back. Montgomery's going to be back.
All right.
We'll see. The Commanders win their first playoff game in 20 years with a rookie quarterback and a first-year head coach
and a loaded receiver core. Pretty good defense. The O-line's holding it. Dude, you're screwed. You're screwed.
And then let's just say this: Cooper Rush was not terrible later in the year with the Cowboys.
I mean, he wasn't
terrible.
No,
He was winning games.
Wasn't great.
Winning games.
Well, the Cowboys I didn't even know what the Cowboys are. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna fight with the Cowboys for last. Like that feels great.
And then there's the New York Giants, where
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know what to think of them, and I'm repping the NY right now, but it's like truly disgusting.
So I want your division's kind of getting swamped.
I want to help you with some things. Back in 2022, let me just read this. January 17th, 2022, the New York Giants tweeted, "We have completed a general manager interview with 49ers assistant GM Adam Peters." What's Adam Peters doing right now, Tim?
I don't know.
He's the general manager of the Washington Commanders.
Oh, wow. Well, there you go. That's a stinger.
He hired Dan Quinn. He drafted Jaden Daniels. He did all those things.
There's the stinger.
There's the stinger right there. And now, Joe Shane, you saw that story. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You can get away with that in the offseason and turn it into like, oh, it's a business. Like that's like
but not right now.
You do that in February, not week 4.
Yeah. It's just
not week 4 in the middle of September trying to
take a pay cut. How do you? I mean, it's just
It's idiocy.
it really is.
I'm telling you, they still have a job because John Mayer's too lazy to fucking go
Well,
get
I mean,
anybody
well,
else.
that's a different story. But you want to
I
talk
don't
about
know.
bad owners? You can talk about the Jets all you want.
Yeah. Do you see the interview that they made? Cat's not playing either. Fuck.
The Jets, what do you mean Jets? They interviewed 150
I
head
mean, I
coaches,
know they
man.
interviewed it, but they interviewed the Packers defensive coordinator who played football at Siena College.
No, there you go. I didn't know that.
Fun
There you
fact.
go.
There we go. Yeah. I remember I was with
All this
one
to
of my
hire Adam Gase, Stan.
yeah. I was with my boy who I shouldn't call him my boy because this semester he's going to be my professor. But my guy Mitch, like I was with him when the Packers hired him. He's like, dude, he played Siena football.
It's just a random fun fact. Like, oh yeah, by the way, I
It
was a
was
Siena
like
Saint.
we had a football team.
I was
Yeah, we
gonna
did.
say, I don't think you have one right now.
We have not had one since '02.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
Wow, damn.
yeah. Notable notable people that have gone up against Siena football. Sean Stellato, DeVito's agent, played was stud wide receiver at Marist.
Oh, jeez. The lore is crazy with Siena football.
Yeah, Siena football, man. Can you imagine if Siena football team? Awesome.
I mean, you guys would probably be terrible, but
Give me a reason to wake up on Saturday.
yeah. What, watch them get pummeled by Buffalo?
Oh yeah, I so would just to get fucked up. Absolutely.
That'd be a tough one.
Instead of waking up at the ass crack of dawn to go work a women's soccer game and push a
Oh,
button
okay,
and
all
make
right.
sure
Well,
a
I
graphic
mean,
comes up.
no one.
No insult to women's soccer. I just don't like getting up at 9:00 in the morning hungover on a Saturday. Like
no one does.
No one does. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, Commanders. Moving on. Whatever. I was over it, and then we just started bringing it up, and now I'm.
No, you're not going to be over it for forever until they're bad again, which probably won't be for a while.
Probably won't be for a while. Yep, unless I'm not going to say it. I'll text you what I wanted to say, but I can't say that.
All right. Jeez.
All right, moving on. The Monday night game, the Rams take down the Vikings in an absolute slaughter. A slaughter.
Yeah.
I just sent you what I was gonna say.
No, that's kind of what I figured. I mean, that's kind of where I thought you were going with that. They should have drafted Luck.
Oh my god. Now they know. Anyway, Sam Darnold gets sacked 9 times. 9 times for Sam Darnold.
Yeah, lost him a lot of money too.
Also, think about this. The Minnesota Vikings went 14-4 with those 4 losses, all to 2 to the Lions, 2 to the Rams.
That's just I mean, you get
wild.
that. I mean, you get matched up with that. That'll get in your head. It's hard to beat a team twice, though.
I just don't. I'm more shocked by how well the Rams defense did, because I know a lot of people are pointing fingers.
Well, that was the question mark.
People are pointing fingers at Sam Darnold, and I get it. He's the quarterback.
9 sacks.
There's a lot to blame. Some of the blame has to go to the offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, you get sacked 9 times. What are you going to do?
Sam Darnold's still going to get paid.
Not as much, though.
You'd be surprised.
Who's throwing money at him? The Giants?
I hope not. But I think it was Schefter, maybe even Rappaport. I think, yeah, it was Ian Rappaport. Or actually, no, it was Ross Dilling. I forget someone on NFL Network said as an AFC executive and an NFC executive, like, what's like the word on Sam Darnold? Like, how much? And they both said like $30 million a year.
Jeez Louise.
But like 14 wins is something you can't ignore that. Like, you can't just,
who's giving him that?
You can't just
the Raiders?
Maybe
Miami.
I mean,
Dolphins dump Tua.
Oh yeah, I just killed a bug.
There you go.
Smeared on my wall now. But you just can't ignore. You can't ignore 14 wins.
I know
and you can't like nitpick. He didn't perform well in this game. And
yeah,
he didn't
but
perform
I mean,
well in that game, and it just so happened to be the final 2 games of the season.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, the recency bias kicks in, and then you start remembering, oh, what do you do to finish out the season? This, and that. And I get it. He's going to get his money. Who's going to pay him? That's the question.
I don't know. Jericho Sims starting in a fucking basketball game. Sick.
A walking minus.
Yeah, dude. If there are two walking minuses on the Knicks, they
Campaign.
are Campaign on the road,
Yeah.
because Campaign at home
Great at
is
home.
a different
Doesn't make
animal.
sense. Doesn't make sense.
Jericho Sims in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Moves need to be made, and it's I think we'll be all right. Tim, your Cavs took a beating. Dude,
Cam
as
Johnson's
soon as
coming.
I saw Brendan Carlson
He wasn't good.
hitting threes,
It everything was going right for OKC,
I'm telling
honestly.
you.
I mean, there's just nothing we could do.
I'm telling you, OKC's like 13th man could be a solid 7th man on any other team in the
Yeah,
league.
well, they just, you know what? It was just one of those nights where they had it. You know, like they didn't miss anything. They were efficient from the field.
Hey, OKC rocked our shit.
We beat them once. I mean, we already got them.
You beat them. Yeah, you beat them.
We
That's
split
the
with
big.
them.
Yeah, that's the big to do there. You beat them. We did not.
Yeah.
All the NHL games started. Damn. Anyway, moving on to divisional round preview. Sorry, we're sort of going going.
It's just
slow
rolling.
here. We're just rolling here. It's Friday night. No one's home.
Having a good time.
We're having a great old time here on the New York Sports Exchange podcast. All right, let's do it. The Eagles, Texans, Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 8.5. Total set at 41.5. Tim, what are we feeling? What do you hear? What do you say?
I mean, it's the Chiefs are going to win. It's just by how much. I honestly don't think this is like one of those games for the Chiefs where like the wheels start going in motion for we're going to win the Super Bowl. I think they cover that spread.
This is bold of me, but I'm gonna go with the under. Unders.
That's not even bold. I mean, fucking I guarantee the Chiefs. If I'm wrong, they don't cover the spread. They win like 17-14.
Yeah. I'm going with the under 41.5. The Chiefs. Sorry, not the Chiefs. Double-digit wins are expected. Possible snow even. Both Kansas City and Houston are top 8 in DVOA, defensive value on average. I found out what that meant today. Good for me. Houston offense 26th in tempo and have one of the highest field goal to touchdown ratios. Kansas City averages 29 seconds of play with a 1-possession lead. 6 possessions of at least 10 plays ended in 4 touchdowns and 2 field goals on December 21st, which was when these two teams last matched up. Also, I just think that Hollywood Brown's sort of finding his role in this Chiefs offense. And again, nothing against the Texans. Injuries have fucked them all year. But
it's the Chiefs, dude. Where
are the playmakers? Where are the playmakers?
It's the Chiefs are going to win. It's the
outside of Mixon and Nico Collins, but despite that, I don't really see it.
It's the Chiefs, dude. We just got to leave it. It's the Chiefs. They're going to win. They always win.
Yeah.
Until they lose, they always win.
Still rolling with the under though. Next up, we got the Washington Commanders taking on the Detroit Lions. The Lions favored by 9.5. Total is set at 55.5.
Nuts spread.
NFL game?
Are you kidding me? I'm taking the Washington spread in a heartbeat. 9.5 is nuts.
Ooh.
Especially they won last week. They're rolling. Jaden Daniels is finding his groove. I mean, you're a rookie and you show out. You got some confidence. Now you want to go play. So I think they cover that easy.
I'm gonna go with the over.
Yeah, I don't blame you either. This is gonna be a shootout.
Again, these two, it's almost like similar styles of play where it's like the Lions are very high potent on offense. Their defense isn't really that great, and it's the same thing with Washington. Very high potent offense. Defense isn't really that great. I have no precedent of if this is a good bet or not.
Neither do I. It's gut feeling. Gut feeling.
Have some fun. It's a gut feeling. If you were to ask me tomorrow, what it would be, it probably wouldn't be the over. It'd definitely be something else.
Washington spread.
Now, I can't bring myself to bet on it.
I know. I don't blame you.
I can't bring myself to do that. Next up, Sunday, Rams, Eagles. Eagles favored by 6 total at 43.5.
Give me Rams money line. Stafford's on a mission, dude. I'm loving him.
I know I just said that the Eagles. I can't bet on an
The
NFC
spread. You're
East
taking the
team.
spread.
I'm taking the Eagles minus the 6. I think
Yeah,
Jalen Hurts
I don't
sort
blame
of
you.
bounces back.
He's going
I
either
think
way here.
he was very fortunate that that Jordan Love wasn't at his top game, and he was sort of able to just like
Top game. I mean, he played like you should have fucking
played like
Malik Willis out there.
yeah, true. But I don't know. I feel like the easing out process is done. Hasn't played in a while, sort of just going through the motions. But now, sort of, he's back. He's gonna look to AJ Brown. He's gonna look because we all saw what happened. Well, actually, it was proven that he was reading that book when he had like a 150
I
yard.
know. I saw that. I mean, he's like, oh, it's my lucky book. Like,
I love how like last
Braun.
year,
He pulled a
not
Braun.
last year. Yeah, I love how like a couple weeks ago, like the big drama was like, oh my god, Jalen Hurts isn't giving AJ Brown the ball. I'm like, you're fucking 12-2, leading in the division by a mile, and you're like the main story here is whether your quarterback and stud wide receiver like each other. Like,
I know,
come
it's
on.
so ridiculous.
They try to fucking create drama over there, and that's why I fucking hate them. But I'm still taking the Eagles.
That's why you hate them. Yeah, I hate them over there. Eagles minus 6.
How about that fan?
Oh my gosh, banned. Crazy.
Dude, get
Soft
out
on
of town.
soft on both parts though. Just let it go, man. You're at a football game. Just don't record it. Just go home. Like just go home. I get it. I get it.
You can't be calling women that, though.
No,
Like,
no. I don't mean like by any means. Like it was ridiculous what he said, but like,
oh yeah, I agree.
the dude got fired from his job. I mean, I guess it warrants it.
Roki's gonna get $6.5 million from LA.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I know. Last but not least, in the NFL game of the year. This is slated for the game of the year, I believe. The Ravens taking on the Bills. It's essentially a pick'em. Some books have the Ravens favored by 1.5. Other books have the Bills favored by 1. What are we thinking, Tim? This is
Clean, baby. I hate the Bills, so I'm just taking Ravens money line. I mean,
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know. The Bills they always choke, and this is the best offensive Ravens team we've seen in forever. So
it is. Zay Flowers is doubtful, but I still like the Ravens here. I think who's stopping Derrick Henry? Like that's my question to you. Who is stopping Derrick?
No one can. Not a single player in the league can.
And I know like the Bills have like their linebackers back, and I'm supposed to be afraid of Matt Milano tackling Derrick Henry. Like, all right, come on now.
He's good in zone coverage, but I don't know.
I get Matt Milano's good, but like, come on now. Lamar also has a winning record in Buffalo. Fun fact.
There you go.
I believe. Yes, he does. Dating back to December 2019, I believe. Yes. One. Against the Bills, he has a winning record. In Buffalo, he's 1-1.
Well, all that matters is they're playing the Bills, and I think Lamar's. I honestly think that this AFC Championship game of the Ravens Chiefs is going to be nuts, and I'm calling it right now.
I just pray that Baltimore finds a way. I'll be a big Ravens guy. Ravens flock, baby.
Let's go.
Ravens flock. All right, let's go to the national championship. What a week of college football it was. Hell of a. Let's just talk about real quick the games. Drew Aller, man. Oh God. Oh yeah. Boy, that was bad. That was really bad.
Yep.
And like when I didn't
partying on that damn boat, Stan.
Oh yeah. The boat.
Partying on that damn boat. Worst boat instance in the Giants picture.
What's up with this family? What's up with my family rooting for teams that go on boats?
I was about to say, I was like, yeah, like a worst. Yeah. This is the worst picture on a boat since that Giants team took one.
Oh my God! Attention, Knick players, Ranger players, Yankee players.
Don't go on boats.
Get off the boat.
Zibanejad must have been on a boat all summer, huh?
He must have been. I mean, I'll tell you, like, if you were to tell me on January 17th that Sam Carrick would be our most productive offensive player,
it's ridiculous.
I wouldn't believe you. But here we are. This is the world we live in.
Reality.
And we're still somehow 4 points out of a fucking playoff spot.
Yeah, thank
But
God for a
anyway,
shitty wild card race.
yeah, that is. Yeah, thank God for the Eastern Conference being shit. Anyway, this Notre Dame game against Penn State, it felt like Notre Dame goes down 10-3, and it almost felt like as if you already felt the tide turning when it came with Penn State. Like, I don't know what it was. Just like
The
watching that
Nittany
game,
Lions.
just from watching that game, and I bet on Notre Dame too. Like, I was not rooting for Penn State at all. But I felt that Jeter hit that field goal to go to halftime, and you just felt the tide turn, even though they were still losing.
Yeah.
And then that play from Drew Aller. Oh my God.
Just what are you doing?
I'm sorry, but like, you have 30 seconds left. It's not very likely that you're going to get into field goal range. Just take the sack and go to overtime.
Yeah, I
Like,
stop. Don't play hero ball. Look what
that's what I
happens.
couldn't believe. Just take the sack, go to overtime, and just let it be decided by the fate of a coin flip.
Well, you know what? Maybe
Whether
he
you
just
get the
he
ball.
just
I mean,
he just
I know I'm talking NFL terms. He would have gotten
yeah.
a chance to win the game,
He just
but
he didn't
still,
want to get pummeled by Ohio State. That's just what happened. I think he got scared.
I
He
don't
realized
think
he
he
realized
did.
what was next.
No, he just made a stupid throw.
I know. I'm
I
kidding.
don't know.
Notre
It
Dame's gonna
could-
get pumped. They're gonna get piped.
yeah,
They're
I
gonna lose
mean,
by 50.
I don't think they're going to lose by 50. Let's talk about this Ohio State Texas game. And all week I was saying that this is like Ohio State's just going to pummel them. I see nothing with Texas. I see like just utter dullness. And I'm telling you, by like the third drive, I literally texted. I think I texted Peter. I don't know. Someone I texted. I was like, "How long until Arch gets in this game?"
It's a joke. I mean, it's a
And it's
joke.
going to be a historic story. Like Arch Manning comes in at the 11th
Well,
hour.
it didn't happen, and
Taking
they
down
lost
Ohio
42 to
State.
24 or whatever.
It was 28-14.
Whatever.
But this first half, and every time Texas scored the touchdown to tie the game, like going to halftime, and I think they got the ball in the second half too, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, okay, you're going to the locker room, tie game, you just scored. Why are you sending out a blitz for 30 seconds if you know they're going to go for the screen? And then you heard Chris Fowler was like, Henderson can turn nothing into something here, and he just fucking went onto could not stop, and he goes in for the touchdown. Like, that was sort of like, holy shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. And then Jack Sawyer, I will say, my first impression of Jack Sawyer, because I'll be honest, I did not know much about Jack Sawyer. My first impression of Jack Sawyer was when he was, crying over Michigan planting the flag. And then, you heard the story of and going into this playoff all year with Ohio State, even like Nick Saban on game day was like, cut the negative bullshit. Like, Michigan's over. You're in the playoff. You're 4 wins away from winning a national championship. Just go out there and fucking win. And that's what they're doing.
Unfortunately.
And I think from Herb Street's point of view too, because his kid's a walk-on on Ohio State, he was basically saying that, like, I forget what I think it was like they call it like the senior sack or something like that. I don't know. Some dinner to honor their seniors or whatever. And the attitude from that was they were still like sort of somber from Michigan, but it was almost like
it's also the negative press they were getting all whole
life.
year. The negative press was getting them all year too, but they're back. They're back. They're completely back, and they're gonna walk on Notre Dame. They're gonna walk on them.
I was just gonna say. So for those
what's the spread?
who are on 8.5 according to FanDuel, total at 45.5. It's a great story from Notre Dame. I think Marcus Freeman has a job for the next 5 years, unless
or in the NFL.
Or in the NFL, unless he just wants to, hop ship and go coach the Bears. But you're an idiot if you're not taking Ohio State. And I had the Ohio State future. I have the Ohio State future.
I'm rooting for you, Stan.
Out in August.
How much to win? How much?
It was like $50.
They take it though.
Yeah, I'll take it. There's a big one. I sent the one to you.
Yeah. I put some
parlay.
Yeah. Threw $1 on it.
Yeah, we're looking good.
I don't hate it.
Their game against Liverpool, for those who don't know, shout out Liam Blutman, great ball knower, member of Barstool Sports. He did a parlay with, I'm forgetting what the other guy's name is. Nottingham Forest of the Premier League to finish in the top 4, and Coco Gauff to win the Australian Open. Right now, we're looking good. Coco won her last match in straight sets.
There we go.
Winning it easy, so we'll see.
I forgot tennis was on yesterday.
Yeah. Well, it's at like godforsaken hours because it's
I
in
know,
Australia, so it's like
It's literally at 12 at night.
yeah, it's at like midnight.
It's great.
I love this time of year though because like you'll watch like college like and this is why I miss the Pac-12 so much.
Oh, Pac-12
It's
after
like
dark. Yeah, like
you watch like Pac-12 after dark. You watch like USC in Arizona.
well, that's why I watch all the West Coast hockey games because
Now we're going to center court. Now we're going to center court to see the Australian Open.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you just have it on as background noise.
I
Don't know what you got till it's gone.
I murder West Coast hockey though. That's what I watch all night, and then when that's over, it's time for bed.
That is true. Yeah, it seems like this one is very obvious that
You know-
this is Ohio State's championship to lose.
Yeah, this might be off the rails question because it has absolutely nothing to do with this game, but I'm seeing more and more and more press about this Jackson Dart kid.
I'm not a fan.
I
personally.
I'm not gonna lie, Stan. I see some.
Don't say it.
I got mock drafts. No, not the Giants. I got mock drafts. This guy going top 3.
That's disgusting.
People think he's the top. I mean, I heard a few scouts think he's better than Shadur. It might be smoke, but you know.
That's smoke. Come on now. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't get it with him. I don't know why. I don't understand the obsession really.
Well, I don't really know nothing about him, so I don't know.
Yeah. Tim, you're sounding like a robot right now. It's very funny.
You sound like a robot.
Okay. We both sound like robots. All right. That's nice.
Hopefully it phases out at some point.
Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. We'll see. We'll go along with it.
It's coming up clear on your end, and it's coming up on mine. So I think we're both sounding fine. It's just
we're good now.
There we go.
We're good now. There it is. Let's go to the NHL. The Rangers. Actually, no. Sorry. Let's talk baseball. Roki Sasaki, Los Angeles Dodger.
Fuck that.
So, I mean, I think if you weren't seeing this coming, I think it's time for
you to actually thought the Blue Jays were going to get him. I mean, come on. Come on. You got to be stupid to think the Blue Jays were going to get him.
Yeah, and I will say they fooled us. I will say the media fooled us, basically saying like Roki doesn't want to go to a big market team.
Yeah,
doesn't want to do that, and then he goes to the fucking.
What a shock! What a shock! He went to the Dodgers. I hate it.
Los Angeles.
Hate it.
I'm not a fan really. So this leaves, and it's funny how like
who's that first baseman coming over next year? Give me that guy. I want that guy. I want that man.
Apparently, Michael Kay said Plan A for the 2025 offseason, technically 2025 for the offseason is full court press on Murakami, which is sort of
We got good ties in the Asian leagues over there. The Mets might make a push for him now.
I will say about this. I think that with Murakami, he had that year where he broke Sadaharu O's Japanese home run record. That was in 22. And then after that, I haven't really heard much of him. And when I saw this, he sort of dropped off a bit.
But I'm sure maybe he'll be fine. I'm wondering.
I mean, it's different from everybody says.
For pitcher to
Japanese pitching.
Well, Ichiro seemed to have no trouble with either.
Ichiro had no issue whatsoever
with either. So
winning an MVP and Rookie of the Year in the same season.
Yeah,
that doesn't get talked about enough. I feel like,
or he has the single season hits record of like whatever it is. Like I don't even know what it is. Like, 212 hits or something.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm crazy.
I have a feeling he's going to be.
Well, are you kidding me?
I have a pretty strong feeling that
he's going to be. Are you kidding? If you combine his like Japanese baseball league stats to his MLB stats, it's just like this guy is unbelievable. It's like 5,000 hits.
Yankee. I always forget that Ichiro is a Yankee.
He was a sick Marlin.
He's a great Marlin too.
Great Marlin. Got 3,000 with the Marlins.
He had his 4,000th professional hit with the Yankees. I'll never forget that.
There you go.
Let's sing off R.A. Dickey. I'll never forget.
Oh, was that when he was on the Blue Jays?
Yes, it was.
Good.
Yes, it was.
Mets news.
Wait, we could to keep going. A joke was made. It's just funny to me how how like the Dodgers have this rotation, and I'm telling you right now, most of them are gonna get hurt,
Oh yeah.
and then they're gonna do a bullpen game every 5th day, and then it's gonna turn into, and then somehow, some way, they're gonna get the top starter at the deadline.
Oh,
Like,
Brandon Woodruff incoming, like something crazy.
yes, you're gonna get fucking Woodruff for, I don't know, but I just find it funny how like
It's the Dodgers.
everyone's like, oh my god, they're so good, and then
They're always good.
here comes more deadline pieces, which is just absurd.
Annoying.
I know. All right, Mets news. Pete Alonso seems like he
Probably
is
not
going
coming
to
back.
be returning.
Maybe he'll change his mind. Because who's giving him the money? Seattle? Like, I don't know.
Toronto?
Do they really think Vlad? I thought they were putting the money towards Vladdy.
I think that, but I think that they've sort of had like an anomaly, basically, or I don't know, basically being like
An epiphany.
Basically kind of being like, if we trade him by July and he has a good year and we're not good, they're gonna get a pretty hefty return.
Yeah, but
And then you kind of start building for the future there. The top 5 starting pitchers for the Dodgers: Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, Roki Sasaki. You can add in Clayton Kershaw. You can add in Dustin May. Yeah, you can add in a lot of people.
I hate the Dodgers.
Yeah, this is
like if you're a Yankee fan and you're like, thank God I'm in the AL. Who cares? You're either gonna have to play him in the
like you're gonna have to play him anyway.
Yeah.
Like
Unless the Mets beat him. Like God, thank God.
Unless someone, the Braves even.
Yeah, the Braves,
like,
anyone. The Phillies, someone's got to beat them.
Someone's got to beat them. The Blue Jays have now missed out on Roki Sasaki, Shohei Ohtani, Juan Soto,
Aaron Judge, every player named.
Corbin Burns, Max Fried, Blake Snell, Teoscar Hernandez, Willie Adames.
It's a shit show over there. Bichette wants out. I don't see a reason to keep Vlad if Bichette wants out. I really don't. Doesn't make sense.
I seriously think you guys sign Alonso. He's either he's your first baseman or Vladdy's your first baseman. That way you strike some fear. Or it's like, okay, Alonso, Vladdy, Bichette.
Well, then you're hoping Bichette has a bounce back year, but I don't know.
But like, there's not a lot of like, you got to have like, there's got to be something.
And
like,
that division's good. I mean, the Red Sox got better. The Yankees, I don't know if they got better, but they didn't really get much worse. And
yeah, I'll call it that. I'll call a spade there.
I don't think they got better, but they didn't get much worse. Like
they didn't get worse. Like,
it wasn't like terribly worse. Lineup wise, I mean,
they upgraded their bullpen. I mean, Devin Williams is a big acquisition.
Pitching was great, but it's just the lineup that scares me. It's so many ifs. A lot of ifs.
Yeah, a lot of ifs. That's
you don't want a lot of ifs.
Yeah, and especially like who's going to be. And now there's rumors of us dumping Mark. There's a rumor out there that basically pitchers that make a high AAV, for example, Marcus Stroman and Jordan Montgomery, are probably going to be traded. Yankees want an infielder for Marcus Stroman. Here's my hope, and this is just a pipe dream. My hope is that Bregman signs with the Cubs, leaves a lot of people in that Cubs infield. We go get Nico Horner.
We're going to have to give a lot more than Stroman for Nico Horner. Yeah, just trade Stroman.
Pipe dream. It's trade. I know. I understand. I just don't understand how. I don't know.
You got to mix up this infield. Call Peraza. What's he up to?
Peraza? Oh, he's.
I thought he was the other one.
Yeah, he's the other one. He was the other one. Right.
He's your Brett Beatty.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's our Brett Beatty. That's a great comparison. The Dodgers offseason so far: Roki Sasaki, Blake Snell. They re-signed Teoscar Hernandez. They go get Michael Conforto. Hai-Sung Kim.
Why did they even get Conforto? For what?
For fun. Why not? And they also extended Tommy Edman, who won the NLCS MVP.
Yeah, I know.
So there's that.
I know.
For the Mets side of things, they do bring back Jesse Winker.
Locker room spark plug. That was huge. You need to bring him back. I'm glad they did.
That's a great.
Just the locker.
That's a
great
great
rotational outfielder.
The I literally just saw the tweet. Here it is. The Mets, according to Joel Sherman, the Mets offered Pete Alonso a 3-year, $68 to $70 million deal that was rejected. Rightfully so. I think he should be making much more. Mets currently plan to move Mark Vientos to first base with Luis Angel Acuna, Brett Beatty, and Ronnie Mauricio competing for the third base spot.
Yeah.
Which now leaves a potential lineup of Lindor leading off, Soto hitting second. If I can find the line. Here we go. Lindor, Soto,
Nimmo.
Vientos, Nimmo, Winker, Alvarez, McNeil, Siri, Beatty.
And that's if you want Winker over Marte.
And that's if you want Winker over Marte, and that's also if you want Acuna or Mauricio
Or
over
Beatty. Yeah.
Depending on the matchup. I'd like the.
I think they might sign Iglesias back too. I really do.
I want the Yankees. I just for the story. I just
Nope,
want to be funny.
He wants to be a Met.
He
wants to be a Met.
And we just like trade songs. Like you get the Soto Shuffle song.
Ours is
like,
better. Let's stop it.
We get OMG.
I don't know how they're going to approach that this season.
Yeah, how are they?
I don't know.
See Longoria's comment.
What?
Longoria on the Talking Baseball potential Met lineup post and said, "Could be great, but hammer the over on clubhouse fights."
Oh yeah, they actually did see that. I mean, there's some egos there. I think there might be some shoving, but it's all in good fun.
Come on, Jorge Lopez threw his glove into the stands, and everyone called you dead.
Yeah,
and then you go to the NLCS in 6 games, and then
I'm not worried. Dude, this team can hit. They can hit. They're gonna hit, and they're gonna hit a lot.
Can you pitch? Like, I know you bring back Minaya, that's good. You're sort of relying on Senga to come back a bit.
I mean, when he was healthy, he had 203 strikeouts.
Frankie.
You could do what he did with Sevy, but that's a question mark. But here's the thing. Here's my thing, too, is all right. I understand. And this is for me, too. So I know I was talking to other Yankee fans, and it's not just for Yankee fans, baseball in general, but a lot of people say, oh, it's a fluke year, like every pitcher. You don't have 5 good, you know what I mean? Like 5 pitchers having a fluke year the same year. That doesn't really happen. You know, that there's clearly something else going on. They have a great coaching staff. Hefner's done a hell of a job. And you bring Minaya back, who was great last year. Senga comes back healthy, who's great when he's healthy, which is good. You have a lot of that, but those are both 2, you know, they're not like true aces, but they're 2 guys. If Peterson could pitch similar to what he did last year, he doesn't have to do the same thing. I mean, that's another lefty who had a sub-3, so there you go. That's, you know, you have 3 pretty solid 3 starters. McGill had a decent year last year if you want to rotate him, and obviously he could be a rotational or bullpen guy. You bring in Clay Holmes. You don't know what Clay Holmes is. Clay Holmes could be Seth Lugo, for all I know. You know, and
like that's the thing that like concerns me. Not like concerns me, but like it's sort of. Did you see the promotion night? They're really banking on Clay Holmes.
Oh, I know.
Clay Holmes hockey jersey night.
They have a lot. They have a brand.
I'm sorry.
You see all the promotional nights, dude. They have a Brandon Nimmo sweatshirt jersey. They have a replica Senga jersey. They're just giving out if you get there. Like they're just giving stuff away.
I will say, speaking from experience, I feel like I went to the Eli Manning Yankee bobblehead day.
Yeah. Was it mobbed?
Dude, we got there early. I say we got there at like 11:30, like around there.
Yeah.
And like we like just got there before like the swarm came in.
Yeah.
And I kid you not, the amount of people, you're like walking online to get food, you're carrying the bobblehead, and like you got like an old guy's like, I could trade you the Garrett Cole one for the Eli. I'm like, fuck you.
I don't want every time. It happens every time. It's like, are you going to keep that? It's like, you're not getting it, buddy.
Have some shame.
I know.
Like, why do you think I'm here?
I know. I'm not here just to watch the game, buddy. I also know it's promotional night.
Yeah, like I know, like
I'm 12.
I didn't stumble upon an Eli Manning Yankee bobblehead.
Exactly.
My God.
We didn't mention that the Mets also did sign AJ Minter, which is
that's a big pickup.
Yeah, it's good. That's really pretty.
Not quite like Tanner Scott, but that's the next best option.
Yeah, I mean Tanner Scott's still out there. I don't think they necessarily go get him, but you know they're still under the payroll, so they don't have to pay any luxury tax yet. They still have like $30 million to work with. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, they got some space. I don't know. I don't know if you go out and sign Bregman. I don't know what you do. I don't think Santander is an option unless you really
I don't think.
hammer in
I
that
think
DH. But
he needs to be a Kansas City Royal.
yeah, or honestly, stay with the Orioles. But
They need that. I mean, the Orioles. No, they already platooned. They
oh
already
yeah, you're
got
right. You're right. You're
Tyler
right.
O'Neill.
Yeah, you're
He's
right. You're
not
right.
coming back there.
You're right. Are you scared of the Orioles this year? I feel like they're.
No, absolutely not.
I know everyone says that, but then the more I think about it, it's like,
Dude,
dude,
their pitching is horrendous.
John Means comes back.
Oh, stop it.
You know what?
John Means.
I don't need the John Means disrespect. He is a solid 2 guy in the MLB.
Stop it. Yeah, but
It's just for me, though, Stan, is say they have a decent pitching year. Their team is so young; they're only gonna get better. Like,
here is their potential rotation. We have Jesus Christ, it's worse than I thought. Zach Eflin,
mm,
Grayson Rodriguez, who could be.
I was
I'll
gonna
give them the
say he
benefit
could
of the
be
doubt.
pretty good.
He could be pretty good, but I don't know. It seems like you're banking on a lot, if you're asking me. 41-year-old Charlie Morton.
Okay, I don't love that.
Dean Kremer, who I believe they got in the Corbin Burns trade.
Yeah, he's okay.
Actually, no, they didn't. Never mind. Sorry.
He's okay.
And then 35-year-old Japanese pitcher Tomoyuki Sugano.
Okay. All right. Did you even mention John Means?
I don't think John Means is on the roster.
He is. He was hurt last year.
I don't see him on here on Fangraphs.
I swear to God, there's no way.
I do not see a John Means profile here on the Orioles roster. You still have Bautista, who's coming back. He had Tommy John surgery. He missed the whole year. You still have Sir Anthony Dominguez. Yanir Cano had a major down year.
Wait. I guess he's just. I think he's still hurt, but whatever.
I don't know. I don't see really.
Hey, I mean, his last 2 games, he's 2-0 with a .87 WHIP and a 2.61. Dude, John Means is pretty good. All right, I don't need the disrespect from John Means here. But I don't know. I feel like.
All right.
Well, okay. You read the starting rotation, but just read their potential lineup because it's pretty freaking good.
Your lineup's good. It's just like the pitching is so bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's sort of like
Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty.
Adley Rutschman.
Yeah.
Ryan O'Hearn.
That's pretty good.
Tyler O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
Colton Cowser.
Yeah.
Ryan Mountcastle.
It's just
Cedric Mullins, Jordan Westberg, and Jackson Holiday.
These are just all guys that get on base. I just think, I don't know. If they take a big step forward, because they're all young, if they all take a big, I mean, it could happen at the same time, and that would be terrible. But it could be good. The AL's so bad.
I know
the AL is just so bad.
They're very bad. That's why, like, when Soto signed, it's like, all right.
Well, we need him. I mean, we need him with Acuna coming back. I mean, like, it's just like everyone's got a guy, I guess, in our division, and now the Mets have one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Think the Mets make a move at Alcantara?
At who?
Give me Sandy Alcantara. I just said Alcantara.
I don't think so. Still that international guy you just signed?
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Oh, dude, he's going to be good.
I know. He threw $5 million at him. It's good.
He's going to be pretty fucking
Number 2 overall international prospect. Dude, he looks sick. It's a 16-year-old shortstop.
He's going to be pretty damn
good. He might be playing in the MLB at 18, dude. He might be playing second base for 2 years. Move him to third. You know what? A lot of people say, actually, that I've heard is they think he's going to move to third base. Like, they think progressively, like, the way he's, like, built and the way he plays is more of a third baseman.
Whenever I think of international free agents and the Mets, I think of when Wonton Don went to like the Dominican Republic and he was like on some like baseball field. They were like, "Oh yeah, this guy's signed with the Mets." He's like, "Do you know Frank the Tank?" Just know when you get to Queens,
you'll know Frank the Tank.
You'll know Frank.
Yeah.
There was a tweet that I saw from Frank when they announced that like Alonso like wasn't going to be possible, and I literally was like, "Who are you, and what have you done with Frank Fleming?" Because he literally was just like, "All right, we'll sign more better players. Sucks that Alonso's gone, but like we'll get good players." It's like, oh my god.
I just think he's still so happy about Soto. I will say, like, to point out, I do hope Alonso maybe comes back. Still, he probably won't. He batted .230 last year
Yeah.
He wasn't great in the field. I know he had 30 bombs.
It's also like a cold business to be a
Yeah.
GM because like it's David Stearns has kind of put his balls to the wall and just been like making moves that aren't the popular moves. I know Alonso hit that home run against Milwaukee.
But come on, he had a shit regular season. We were
He
wanting
had
a lot more out of him.
a pretty bad year.
I
So I
know.
don't know. I think that right now
And Siri hits homers. If that's what you're plugging and you're missing
Siri
homers,
does hit
I
for
mean,
power.
then
Yeah.
you take that's pretty much you're getting. If you get 20 home runs from him batting 232, it's the same thing you're getting with Alonso, and you add Soto. It's like, all right.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the NHL. The Rangers are on a win streak.
John Klingberg's actually an Oiler. Actually, did you see that today? Klingberg signed with the Oilers.
I did see that as well. The Rangers are looking to, if I can find it, they're on a point streak. And by point streak, let's see.
5 games.
5, wait. Well, 2, 1, 1, 2. Wait, so 2, 4. Sorry, I'm so stupid. 2, 3, 5, 7, 8. We're on a 10-game point streak. We've gotten 10 points in the last 5 games.
There you go.
You think about it. Think about it, though. I mean,
it's that's what you want to see. I just it's there's a lot that's got to come together.
Yeah, a lot does have to come together. We're taking on Columbus on Saturday,
hottest team in the league, and then you play Montreal after, who's the second hottest team in the league. So
they're so good, Columbus. I enjoy watching the Columbus.
They're really good at home. They're not very good on the road.
Do you think if I saw this question get brought up on Chicklets, do you think if what the fuck is that? Werenski. If Columbus makes the playoffs, do you think Werenski at least gets some consideration?
I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't already. He has 50 points and he's been pretty freaking good defensively. So
on pace.
Yeah.
Do you think that they give him the Taylor Hall treatment? It's just you just carried this team.
Maybe. I mean, Taylor Hall literally carried. They picked them up and brought them to the playoffs. I don't know. It's hard because Cale Makar is the second coming of Nick Lidstrom, so it's almost impossible.
Yeah.
Especially after watching him last night, back skate as fast as McDavid to forward skates. Unfuck it. I mean, how do you do that?
Talent, man. He's a special fucking talent.
Yeah. So it's gonna be tough, but yeah, Werenski's name is definitely gonna be in the pot this year.
Yeah. But back to the Rangers. It seems so. We look at the standings, and only 4 points out of.
I will say, maybe it was probably just when I haven't really watched a ton of Rangers games recently. You didn't look great against Utah, but you were good enough.
No, but you were good
enough. And I think that's kind of the trend they got to be up right now is, listen, we're going to find our game at some point, hopefully, but right now we just have to be good enough to scrape out wins. It might not be pretty. It might have to be gritty goals, especially how that, again, the Kreider goal was a fluke. It went in off the stick. But still, it's you just get pucks.
Goal's a goal.
A goal's a goal. That's what I'm saying.
2 points are 2 points.
Exactly. I mean, I'm an overtime point merchant over here. I mean, that's what I'm looking for anyway.
Literally, every time we lose in overtime, I just think of you.
It's a point. You get a point. That's the point. You walk away with a point. You got to be happy with something, and they're getting it done. And if they can continue to do it like this, which is just gritty goals, Panarin's stepping up in a big way. He had 2 the other night, so it's if you get the big guys moving a little bit. I will say though, I watched the manager in the power play. That he'd go. He can't even catch a pass. He can't even catch a pass right now. I mean, he has the yips. It's unbelievable.
It's very bad. I did see a stat. Johnny Lazarus, friend of friend, did tweet for the Ranger fans looking for hope and something to hold on to after this road trip. On January 17th, 2023, the Florida Panthers were 21-20-5. That team went on to go to the Stanley Cup. They got mollywopped still Stanley Cup.
I mean, listen, you can look at it however you want, every way you want. I mean, last year feels like 94. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
The New York Rangers are 21-20-3. Both teams had won the President's Trophy the year prior.
Yeah, in 94 they did this, in 2024 they did this. Listen, you don't need to keep
take me back, man.
Yeah,
take me back.
The stars are aligning, the stars are aligning. I take it stand. Welcome to Islanders hockey. Take it game by game. You get a point. It's a good day. We're just fighting for that wild card spot.
I just like to
flip things to Long Island. Not good. Really been bad. Noah Dobson, please leave. I mean, they got to find some trade package for him eventually because he has been abysmal. And what Horvat said last night, I mean, it's the right thing. If you want to keep the room together, you got to start winning hockey games. They're not winning hockey games, so they're obviously not going to keep the room together. I know Nelson's the first guy out when people say. I don't know necessarily if he does get traded, hopefully. I'm also hearing rumors that this is Lou's last year as GM, supposedly. And that Patrick Waugh might be stepping in that role. But that's been the rumor mill for a while, so it's all,
Okay.
speculation. I don't know. I don't know what the move is going forward. I think maybe you break up this core in trade deadline and get some assets, get a good draft pick. Because right now you're sitting 27th in the league. Yeah, I want give me Higgins, please. But I don't know. We'll see. And people are getting hurt left and right. I mean, Holmstrom's on the IR now again. They just placed Fashing in the IR. Varley's still been out, and Siplikov, which I don't even know how this is possible, but
That was absurd.
for anyone who didn't see last night, it was a clean
Yes.
shoulder-to-shoulder check. He absolutely rocked him. I don't even know who it was. Was it Lawton? I don't even know who he hit, but
I didn't see the hit, but I did hear the story.
he absolutely rocked him shoulder on shoulder. It was a clean check. You want to know how I know it was a clean check? It's because they called it a 5-minute misconduct. They went to review it in Toronto. They came back and just got rid of the penalty. So clean hit on that end. Now today, you fast forward to today, I hear he's getting a hearing somehow, which makes no sense on a hit that was already reviewed by Toronto. Deemed clean by Toronto. Somehow now has to be reviewable by the Players Association. And he goes and he gets suspended 3 games. Can you not hit anyone anymore? Is that just like, can you not lay up clean check? I don't know. And you have McDavid elbowing Johansson in the face the other night. There's no hearing about that. It's just you pick and choose. All right, NHL. It's Batman. We're coming for you. Seriously, I'm over this.
Oh, Duke at the Celtics game right now. They're taking on Boston College tomorrow. They're at the Celtics game. Cool.
Cooper Flag, 40-pointer.
Dude, we have to talk about this. Because, my God. And I know we're like an hour and 5 into this, but, like, come on.
It's fun to watch.
Like, we can talk about what he's doing in the offensive end and be like, yeah. I'm more impressed with what he's doing on defense. That he's getting the top assignment and doing it flawlessly.
He moves like a guard and he's 7 feet tall.
I said this before. I don't think I've ever had like as much fun as a Duke fan than watching the Zion RJ Reddish team.
Well, I mean, there was just like Lob City.
It was a privilege. I think in terms of fun, I think 1 is Zion RJ Reddish. 2 is this year's team, and 3 is the Paolo Banchero team. Like, I've never had so much fun watching a team like this. Like, I've never seen it.
I mean, it's cool knowing you have a generational talent on Duke basketball.
And it's funny, too, because the ACC is so bad. Like, the ACC is not good. Like, they seriously could be going undefeated in conference play. Like, we don't see a loss until God knows when.
Isn't SEC basketball good now?
Yes, they're very good. Auburn, although they probably have one of the best. Alabama's still good. Florida, top 10 team. What else is there? A&M. Texas A&M is the SEC is a deep conference. I wouldn't be shocked if.
Is it not a football conference anymore?
Who knows? Who knows what happens? Iowa State, very good. Like. They
really might not be a football conference anymore.
Who knows? Iowa State, Tim, their one loss was against Auburn, and it came on in a game where Iowa State, I believe, was up 20.
Oh, they blew it?
And they blew it, and they were like a tipped layup. Auburn tipped in a layup.
Oof.
They were down 1 to win the game in Maui. If that shot does not go in, we're looking at an undefeated Iowa State Cyclones, and possibly could be the number 1 team in the country.
So is that if it goes down the line and they're still getting a little disrespected, are we possibly looking at a March Madness, maybe in your non-Duke bracket?
March is going to be so much fun. Like I cannot wait for
Oregon's
March.
Going deep.
Oregon's, they'll get in, but
they're a Sweet 16 team for sure. I don't know much further.
They'll definitely be. I'd say like an 8 seed.
Go Ruckus.
They're not good. They're not good.
But the freshmen look good. The other
not
day,
really.
Ace Bailey had a good game the other day, but
Ace Bailey had a good game the other day, but like for the past couple of games, Ace Bailey has not looked good.
hey,
And Dylan Harper had like the flu and he like dropped 10 pounds or something. Yeah, like
oh
that's a
jeez,
disaster over there. What else was there?
it's Rutgers.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other school. I know Oregon State.
Yeah, they're good.
No, they're not.
Oh no, wait,
But they're in
who's in the? Is there a team in the Pac-12 that's pretty good though? Or
Pac-12's gone.
the old Pac-12, one of those
Oh, the
old
WCC.
yeah. Or might they? I might
Old
completely be tripping.
Pac-12
Just the
teams.
teams, yeah. I thought one of them was doing really
So
good.
they're probably in like the big Arizona.
Maybe it was Arizona. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Arizona looks pretty good as well. They're
they
undefeated
probably
in conference play.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, they're undefeated in conference play right now in the Big 12. I'm trying to think of anything. Yeah, but Oregon State's now in the WCC for a year just so they could have a conference, and they just beat Gonzaga.
The women's
No
conference.
And this is Gonzaga's last year in the WCC.
What are they gonna? Where are they going?
They're joining the new Pac-12.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
But they still get like full. I think they get like full everything, even though they're not like even though they're not a football team. Like Gonzaga doesn't have a football team, so right now I believe it is new Pac-12: Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Utah State, Washington State.
A lot
Gonzaga.
of states.
Yeah.
A lot of states.
Might as well just call it the State 8.
I know. It makes more sense. I mean, State 8 and Gonzaga.
State 8 and Gonzaga. Like, sort of where I was at. Yeah, but I can't wait for March. I'm so excited.
It's going to be fun.
I can't wait. I'm seeing them at the Garden February 22nd. Take on Illinois. This is just a scheduling masterclass from Shire. Like, the fact that we're getting a non-conference game in the middle of February just goes to show you how terrible the ACC is. Like, we beat Miami, but like it's not even like
Miami used to be good.
Played Pitt.
It's had some good years.
Yeah, I know, but like
maybe like 4 years ago.
This is supposed to be like the big threat in the ACC. Not like the big threat, but like
is there really a threat?
No, it's not really a threat. Like we were up like 15, maybe 10, something like that. John calls a timeout, and then like we held him scoreless from like 8 minutes. With like 8 minutes to go in the second half.
Was this a CYO basketball game?
They didn't. Yeah, like they did not score for 8 minutes.
On the full court press.
Yeah, they did not score. I don't understand. All right, moving on to what I saw. I feel like we need to talk about it, considering that a lot of people that listen to this follow us on TikTok. A lot of strange times going on right now. A lot of strange times. The ban on TikTok.
It's a question mark.
It's a big question mark. Well, if we did this episode yesterday, I definitely would have been like, okay, it's over.
But it's
now
not.
we're hearing like conflicting reports of. Okay, so basically, what happened was the Supreme Court ruled that they should ban TikTok, and now I believe it's supposed to get the president's okay. And it seems
we're just gonna have to wait and see. This is just ride the wave till it dies kind of thing.
We do sports. We are not apolitical. We're not politics people.
You want to hear something that I did see?
My assumption is that Joe Biden doesn't want to deal with it, so he's just going to give it off to Trump. And Trump has been very vocal about like bringing back TikTok. So we'll see.
Who knows?
So in the case that TikTok gets banned, be sure to follow us on everything. Instagram. I seriously might bring back the Twitter now that TikTok's gone.
Got to pump out those YouTube shorts.
X, YouTube. Be sure to follow us on all those platforms if you still want to see content like this. Because, I mean, we're not mega influencers per se.
Oh, we try to be.
We try to be.
Stan, I have much more worse news.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, you already know. Bob Uecker. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace to Bob
Just a bit outside. He tried for the corner.
One of the greats. I did not know he was still broadcasting.
I didn't know that either.
I had no idea.
I didn't realize he was
no idea.
to the
last
end.
game was that Pete Alonso
the Met game. I didn't know that either. He's like, this one stinks.
No idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
I did not know that.
For his Miller Lite commercials and his beautiful broadcasting. And I watched a Howard Stern thing with, I forget who it was. Oh my God, they were saying he's like the funniest guy.
Really?
Yeah. So he had a great sense of humor.
I'm not really a Howard Stern guy after
No,
his
yeah,
after he went to that Nick game. You remember that?
I don't remember that.
This was the first Brunson year. He went to a Nick playoff game. It was basically like, none of the black guys like recognize me. None of the black players recognize me. He's like, Hartenstein shook my hand. Like,
Oh my gosh.
Black.
All right. I mean, I don't listen to the show. I just know I saw a clip.
Like, you think these 20-year-olds like don't know who you are, Howard?
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, if you have Sirius, that's it. Like, that's your only shot.
Yeah, like if you have Sirius, no one has Sirius.
Yeah. Dads have Sirius. That's what they have.
Yes, dads have Sirius. Yeah. So basically, reiterating my TikTok point, make sure you're following us on all socials. Just if you want to see content like this, it seems like I don't know where to go here. Like, I sort of don't know like how to pivot.
We're gonna ride the TikTok wave out until it's dead.
Yes.
There you go.
You could be seeing us on Red Note.
Then we could get a real wide demographic.
Yeah, really. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
He'd be nuts.
So Jimmer Fredette. Remember him?
Yeah. Chinese government steals our data. It's just horrible NFL picks.
Kenneth Fareed is still hooping.
Is he really?
Yeah, I think he's balling in Europe right now.
Oh my God. I know
China.
Shetty Osman's tearing up the Greece leagues.
Is he actually?
Turkish wonder.
All right. All right. That's going to wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We got to change that.
For as long as possible.
Yeah, we might have to change that. Who knows? Be sure to be subscribed to our YouTube. Be sure to like our videos on YouTube. Leave a comment on our YouTube. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only. Enjoy the football weekend. Enjoy National Championship Monday. Last week, doing an episode at home. Until further notice. It's almost over. One more semester.
Yeah, there you go.
You got one more semester?
2 more, but I'm almost done.
I'm
almost done.
Almost done. All right. We will see you guys Tuesday.
My first classes are Tuesday, so most likely Wednesday.
I mean, I'm available Wednesday. So my only class Wednesday is at 6:30.
There we go. Wednesday most likely.
Yes. All right. Peace out, guys.